Known about Tangier Riverside as someone that has been DG for 5 years.
The name is different from whether you know the site or not. It's the name that is given to the site. Because as I said, these are leases of the former president. I would not know that there is a lease that is called Tangier Riverside. That's what I'm talking about. But there is nothing.
In 2012.
2012.
Yes. Now, you said you are aware of or you know about the land in Tangier, but to you it is not called Tangier Riverside.
I'm not aware.
What was it called? What does the GT board call this area? You just call it Tangier?
Tangier Cluster.
Tangier?
Cluster.
Cluster.
Yes.
Do you know about, you said you know about the Tangier Bird Reserve?
Yes, Tangier Bird Reserve, I know.
Are they, and you said they're not in the same area?
Not in the same area at all.
How far
Tangier
are they
Bird
from
Reserve is closer to Bufoot. Because that's why you check, they will, some of them will tell you that the name, in fact, there was one National Assembly member, I think she's still around, let's say that we should change
Please
the name.
speak to the mic.
Yes, as I said to you.
You can bring the mic closer to you.
Yes.
It's easier.
As I said,
yes.
Bufoot cluster.
Oh.
Yes. You have a Bufoot cluster?
You have a Bufoot cluster.
That's the sedimentary cluster. We call it sedimentary.
Sedimentary?
Yes.
How close is it to the bird reserve?
It's next to the bird reserve. That's where you have the
are you sure your cluster does not include the bird reserve?
Sorry?
Are you sure your cluster does not include the bird reserve?
No. As far as we know, that one, even the technical
is your cluster demarcated?
Yes,
show the boundaries.
It was demarcated.
And there are boundaries between the cluster and the bird reserve.
Exactly, yes.
So essentially you're saying that
it's called sedimentary.
The GT board has never touched the bird reserve to allocate it to anybody.
As far as I know.
So is that leaving room that there perhaps the bird reserve has been touched and allocated to an individual or an entity?
The Tangier Bird Reserve, in fact, there is an accommodation there owned by either National Environment Agency or Department of Parks and Wildlife. It's called, that's where, in fact, it's a very critical area for us because a lot of tourists go there.
Critical for who?
For tourism.
Okay.
Because we promote bird watching.
Bird watching.
So we wouldn't have touched the Tangier Bird Reserve.
And since you said it's a critical area for tourism, who controls or who manages the bird reserve?
It was leased, I think, to there are accommodations that were leased to an investor.
Who?
It's either Department of Parks and Wildlife or National Environment Agency leased it to that investor.
Who is the investor? Do you know?
No, I cannot remember the investor. I think the investor is no more there, but I will find out. In fact, we not long ago we carried out some inspection within the premises to find out the suitability of that accommodation for tourists. But it's not really under us, directly under us.
Okay. Let's just look through the list of individuals or companies that have been allocated the riverside.
Okay.
So has the whole 34.73 hectares been allocated, or there's a remainder?
The last time I checked, I was told that there's no more land available within the Tangier cluster. So that means perhaps there is no land there.
Perhaps, or is there no land?
Sorry?
You said perhaps there is no land.
Land, yes, because the last time I checked, there was no land left.
And when was the last time you checked?
Recently, just recently.
How recent?
A month ago.
Very well. Are there any of these allocations in Tangier Riverside that was done during your time?
Except for Yai Boy Home Cooking.
All of them were done before?
The application came before I became DG. But it was during the time that it was finalized.
Let's go to the next one.
Yes, that is the, you have Operation Safe the children. There is no list there.
Do you know how many plots are in the Tangier Riverside?
Tangier Riverside.
Mm.
No, that's what is listed here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Those are 7 entities.
Seven properties. These are all properties.
Are they properties or the people that have been allocated the land?
No, they have been allocated. Some of them have developed.
Is there a possibility that the riverside has been split to more than 7, into more than 7 plots?
No, because I don't know the exact demographic, but I know that I see immigration have an office there, and I think is it National Intelligence Agency? I'm not sure, but I think immigration is also there, not far from this plot.
All right. From there's a large
area.
No, you're preempting me again.
So again, yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay. There's a large set of documents that you had submitted to this committee. And it includes files for the riverside. And in our analysis, we've seen that there are multiple plots, about 19 plots within
in the same area.
The riverside, around the same area. In one of your files, we found that it's actually in the file of transit, which our Rajwani friends
That's the transit, yeah.
are our famous friends are the shareholders in those companies. And that there are even more groups or more companies that are allocated that you have not listed here. Right here we have, let me list out what we have picked from that file. And then you can just look at what is listed in that box.
Yes.
Sorry, on the riverside in the document that you have. We have the FTI group.
FTI. Is it part of the Tangier Riverside? Oh, okay.
You can go and confirm this and then send us the document, the necessary documents. Then we have Blue Ocean Properties. We have Royal Palm Villa. Royal Palm Villa. It's not there. We have Meridian FH.
No, Royal Palm Villa is replaced by African Heritage.
African Heritage replaced Royal Palm Villa.
Exactly.
So why are your files not updated? You see why you should have a database.
Yeah, when you rely too much on your people, it's always a problem. I know that. That's a big problem.
And you rely on yourself as well.
Sometimes it's difficult because sometimes I'm not around and instructions are given, letter requests are made, and then they have deadlines. I may not have time to go through because I'm in an area. Perhaps I will not have time for internet or very busy there. So I may not have time to critically look at this when, especially if I'm not around. If I'm around, before a document is sent, I'll look at it. But if it is like there is a deadline for submission, I would tell them go ahead to submit. But many times I would also see errors, as you are saying. But I still take full responsibility, as I said to you.
We have Precious Group. It's on the list that you've provided as well.
Yes.
There's Transit Service, our famous friends. M24.
Yes.
Premium Mixed Use Center.
Premium Mixed Use
Center.
Premium Mixed Use Center.
And then we have At Wellness Resort.
Premium Mixed Use. Let's look at Operation Save a Baby. Operation Save the Children. Sorry.
Operation Save the Children.
Yes.
That's
I
not.
see premium mixed use. I think they have been relocated. I think the document needs to be updated. They have been.
No, so this is not a document we created, or
No,
we
no.
just studied your files and.
I agree. What happened is because there have been a lot of transition from the old administration. Some of the staff that are in the department are new. They may not know what transpired before them. So if they don't look at it critically, they're bound to make that mistake. Premium use, mixed use have been relocated to another site.
But are you not supposed to encourage your staff to study the files properly before they submit information to the National Assembly? Because now we have conflicting information.
Yeah, because the problem is when you give us a deadline, National Assembly, give me a deadline, everybody's panic. They have to make sure they send in information.
Panic. But let's not forget that when you received the first summons, you said you don't have documents for the Assembly.
Which document? Sorry, we said what? Sorry.
When you received the summons, the first summons you received,
yes,
you did not submit documents. You submitted this list.
No.
Isn't it? And then eventually, when you received an order, that is when you produce files.
Even when I received the order, I came, I think you were there, to the clerk. And
the point is, you have time to do a search. That is the point.
No,
I'm trying. The point is you received a summons and you hurriedly responded to say you don't have documents. And then when you received an order, even if you had submitted and said you don't have documents but continued to search, it was that order that prompted you to search more.
That's right.
Isn't it?
I agree totally.
Which is a failure on your part.
I wouldn't call it a
What is it? You were not, you decided not to obey the National Assembly's summons.
Why would I not? Why would I not obey National Assembly orders?
So what were you doing the first time you responded?
No, because I was not in town. When I came back, they said they are responding. But they are responding as per your letter. And this letter was critically looked into by our lawyer. If you look at even the minutes, you see the lawyer's minutes on it. And that this is what they advised me, that is exactly what you are asking for. You are not asking for our files. So that was even me personally. I had a different opinion, but I was convinced by the lawyers, and then that's when we send you the documentation.
All right, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Kamara.
Yes, please.
Let's go to Bijilo.
Where? Bijilo.
Yes.
Okay.
Green Boys to KFF. It's a 17.70 hectare.
Yes.
Have you seen it at the
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Who has it been allocated to and when?
Jammeh Waterfront and Barala. These allocations were all well before me.
Speaking to the mic, please.
These allocations were done before I assumed office as DG.
Okay. But can you just, in the list submitted, can you point out where Jammeh Waterfront is?
It's in
and
Bijilo.
Barala, not the location, on the list number.
Barala is number 1. You can see.
And then?
It was allocated 15 June 2017.
Okay. And then the next one, which is Jammeh Waterfront. Does not look like it's part of the list.
Yeah, perhaps could be a name change and then a name change, and perhaps the recent name did not feature here.
Please
I'll find
look into it and then provide the proper, right information for the committee.
Sure, no problem.
Let's go to.
Sorry, let me know that. Is it possible? Can I?
Yes, please. You can.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one. Operation Save the Children.
Yes, that is the, as I said, doesn't seem to be a lease. It's mentioned not registered.
Okay.
Is it part of the Jammeh assets as well?
It is.
but it was not registered. Premium mixed use by one Momodu. I think I forgot his surname. Premium mixed use. Momodu SB Tal. The final allocation was given in
where are you reading from?
32.
Okay.
Yes, as this one was the one that you saw in the Tange River Lodge. The one you mentioned. The name, I think they made a mistake. No, there's a name that you mentioned at Tange. Premium, I think that's the one.
Yes, premium mixed use.
Mixed use. So they are now relocated to this place.
And Tanush shopping.
Tanush is the same land.
Tanush and Operation Save the Children. Where is it located?
It's after Senegal. That's the one I said, after the craft market, next to the
bakery.
The
bakery.
The bakery, yes.
Okay.
The land is divided into two, because that one also there was a consent judgment.
You said a consent judgment.
Yes, that was a consent judgment.
Meaning
they went into court because what happened was
against GT board?
Against GT board, yes.
Okay.
Because premium misuse said that he was promised that land.
Promise.
That's what he said. He was
by
promised
who?
by the previous administration. By the
promised or allocated?
No, promised that land.
Okay, and then?
He applied that land. He made his application based on the fact that he's going to get that land.
Okay.
That's what he said. So it turned out that the whole land was allocated to the other one.
Our Rajwani friends.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he went to court. So then there was a consent judgment that says that divide the land, you take half, part of the other land you do allocating to compensate them somewhere. That's exactly what happened.
So the land is now allocated to two of them.
The two of them, yes.
But
you see, there are two buildings there.
Yes. So this premium mixed use. It's allocate. It's the promoter is Modu SB Tal.
SB Tal, yes.
And is premium mixed use a company or an individual?
An individual.
An individual.
Yes.
So they are registered as a sole trader.
Indeed. I don't know how.
They in their application was there?
If you ask me,
you are preempting me again.
If you give me permission, I will check the file. As I said, this was a big issue in.
Alex, let me finish my question, Mr. Kamara.
Okay.
Before you give me an answer.
All right.
Yes. So my question is, in the application, did they submit business registration certificates?
Yes, they submitted everything, all the requirements.
Premium mixed use.
Yes.
They should have a file then.
There's a file.
There's a file.
Yes, they have a file.
Please look into a file and let us know whether.
Sure, I will do that.
Whether it's a registered business or not.
Indeed.
Because from our finding, from our evidence received from the registrar of companies, it's not a registered entity. But please, if there's a copy of
a
business registration details, let us know.
Sure, no problem.
And we're now at the last one, Brewfoot.
Is it the Sheraton one? Sheraton Hotel?
Yes.
Both wings?
Yes.
This one, the Sheraton, I think, was allocated long time ago. Is it 19? It was allocated when we were hosting, is it the AU Summit?
Okay.
Around that time.
Yeah, but this is talking about the wings, not Sheraton itself.
The hotel.
Yeah,
but
the whole land.
The whole land.
Yes, it's called the Karafi. Yeah, it was allocated to Karafi.
And as far as your record goes, it's still allocated to OSIP.
Yes, even though we have actually sent an advice for the land to be re-entered.
You said you were not aware that the former president had so many leases within the TDA.
I am surprised.
Yes. So now my question is, after your interview with the investigators, what did you do with your management or the board regarding the lease? Now you have these leases, even though the recommendation of the commission was that the leases should be cancelled, but then you have these leases, and now the GT board is allocating land in these areas. So have you confirmed whether these subleases have been cancelled, or if it's because it's within the TDA, the lease should lie with GT board and then sublease to the former president. But then there are leases as far as the commission is concerned. So did you try to do any findings, try to see how to remedy the situation? What have you done since you learned about these leases that were in the name of the former president and his companies?
Okay, I think the comfort is that I was told by the same investigators and that the land, as per the recommendation, to revert back to TDA.
That is a recommendation?
That's the recommendation.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, a recommendation has to be accepted.
No, I agree totally. And given that I know about this, we will do a board paper and send it to the board to advise us.
When did you speak to the investigators?
A month or 2 months ago.
And all that time, you've not spoken to your board yet?
I was not even in town. And also, we have to have a final, we have to make a final, because I knew that I was going to come here. So depending on the advice that I received, I would do a board paper, and then the board will look into it. But I knew that I was going to come here.
So you want to say you were waiting for your testimony before?
Yes. Indeed. And perhaps I am 100% sure that you will also do a report. Then whatever board paper I do will be supported by your report.
Honorable Chair, this is all the questions I have for the witness for now, and I would hand over the witness to the committee.
All right.
For the committee to ask questions.
Yes. Thank you very much. Mr. Fawana, do you have any questions? Yes. Yes, I think we can actually bring this to closure because we are having some issues technically about the air conditioning. But there are certain things that we ask you to check on and report back. I think you've noted them down.
Sure.
One issue was about the RASCOM land.
I am very much interested
exactly
in
that.
Yes.
And I think Council also asked for two other things.
That is the game waterfront.
Yes.
And also the premium use, mixed use.
Exactly.
Whether it is a company or they apply it individually.
Thank you.
Yes, I've noted.
Thank you. So we need to get that, I think, by...
the other one is a recommendation that we should do a policy on people that have multiple lands within the TDA.
Well, yeah, that one we are just highlighting because it doesn't really make sense that you have one person with 3 or 4 different names.
And I agree totally with you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So you can take a look at that on your own and then see. So, Council, in the absence of any other thing, we can release him, but just to let him know that when we need him, we're going to let him know to come back. And all these requests you've made also we need to get it by Wednesday. I
thought you said, you asked me, I said perhaps next week.
No, you see, Council said
next week is too late. I said my proposal was that you should submit tomorrow by midday.
Yeah, so I pushed it to Wednesday.
Chair has moved it to Wednesday.
Okay.
We need to
do my best.
Yes, because we need to get these things together very quickly.
And I promise, as I said, I'm going to turn upside down all our files.
Yeah, no problem.
If need be, I go to the Ministry of Lands and also try to get this
Lands, Gamtel, and all those people.
Indeed.
And let's get to the facts.
No problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Council, are you good to go?
All right. Yes, I am.
So the session is actually adjourned. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Mr. Kamara, for coming and for assisting the committee in our investigation. Okay, have a wonderful evening. Yeah.
I thank you too, because I've also learned a lot of things from your committee.
Thank you.
So I should thank you again.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. The meeting is adjourned.